Hey Sung, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm really good. Can you explain to me what a senior real estate specialist is?
Sure. A senior real estate specialist is a designation that we can earn, and that's basically to help a specific market segment of the real estate market, which is 50 years and older. And it seems like every buyer seller might be the same, but it's not. I think you have special needs and different considerations when you're at a certain stage in your life, and so that's something that I took. Went to great lengths to understand with all our clients, and then thought it was necessary to kind of take that designation seriously and say I'm going to treat this much differently, meaning it's having the resources and the know-how to kind of work specifically for new goals, especially when the life transitions get harder as you get older in your years. And so that's what the S.R.E.S stands for, basically.
Okay. And what makes, give me some examples of what somebody working with senior citizens would do differently than somebody that's working with the general public.
Well, I think it's choices. What are your choices? I think when you're younger, you're more optimistic and you have kind of a broad spectrum of things that can work out, and you'll find a way. When you get to a later stage in your life, not that you don't have choices, but you feel, do I really want to put that kind of pressure and that kind of stress on myself and my family, my loved ones? And so you try to kind of, I guess, figure out the best way, but the best way isn't always what's available. And I think you need someone like myself and my team to kind of say, hey, look, this is what you can do because it's customized to what your needs are. Where are you in your life, and what are your goals, whether it's tomorrow or 15, 20 years from now? And I think you have to look that far. When an average homeowner, especially where we are, they live in their homes from anywhere from 5 to 7, even 10 years, that's normal. But when you're at a different stage in your life, you're not thinking of moving every 3 to 5 years. It doesn't work that way. And so the home that you're living in now, does it make sense to stay there longer? And kind of maybe even work with universal design. And that's something that we also learn and specialize in, to give the right advice in terms of, hey, does it make sense to stay in the home? And convert the living arrangement and the layout and the functionality to meet your needs, at least even for the next 5 or 10 years, and then eventually make that decision again to move forward. And so it's about kind of having enough options to say, hey, look, what can I work with right now? And or does it make sense financially and otherwise to make a move to something else? But then I can say, hey, for the next 20 years, this makes sense. So you're not going to necessarily sell your home now that's a colonial, buy another home because it was a good deal. You buy a home that maybe is more functional in terms of the layout. Maybe it's a single floor living, whatever it might be. Or maybe there's less maintenance and utilities that you have to kind of be concerned with because it's included in an HOA or whatever it might be. So I think aside from lifestyle functioning, you kind of go into financial, and this is something that I think is a little touchy, but to understand the financial, I guess, picture of what's happening now and what it might be in the next 10 to 20 years is important, because you then say, hey, what do we work toward, whether it's pensions or 401ks or IRAs, and how do we apply that correctly and smartly apply those, what's out there already, but we just don't know about, and apply it for maybe purchasing homes or even a reverse mortgage, which I think is it's probably a hot topic that comes up in conversations, but no one really understands reverse mortgages. There are some huge benefits to understanding reverse and using them correctly, and there are horror stories that you hear about reverse mortgages. So I think we're here to kind of sift through all the noise and get to a plan that makes the most sense for our clients.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.